In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NFL games happening on November 13, 2022, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NFL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Denver Broncos versus Tennessee Titans. The Denver Broncos and the Tennessee Titans meet Sunday in NFL action from Nissan Stadium. Denver is 3-5 overall this year and coming off a bye week. The Broncos last appeared in a win over the Jaguars. As for Tennessee, they're 5-3 so far following an overtime loss to the Chiefs in their last game. The Broncos are 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 road games and 4-12 against the spread in their last 16 versus the AFC. Denver is 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 in Week 10. Meanwhile, the Titans are 6-0 against the spread in their last 6 overall and 5-0 against the spread in the last 5 after an against the spread win. Tennessee is 4-0 against the spread versus a team with a losing record. This game actually has some interesting buzz, and not because of Derrick Henry or the possibility the Titans get Ryan Tannehill back under center, but because of Russell Wilson. The Titans, with or without Tannehill, are predictable and they will run Henry hard, challenging the defense to stop him. The Broncos are allowing nearly 140 rushing yards per game over the last 3 weeks, and we've seen them get stomped by some of the better backs in the league. With Henry leading the way, the onus will fall on Wilson to keep the Broncos in this one. The Broncos' rushing attack has been in trouble since the day Javon Williams tore his ACL, and they have barely cracked 100 yards per game on the ground over the past 3 weeks. That means Wilson is going to have to carry this offense through the air. That's actually not that tall an order, as the Titans' secondary grades out as one of the worst in the league, allowing 275.6 passing yards per game and 15 passing touchdowns on the season. Wilson has struggled to keep this offense moving with any real consistency, but this matchup certainly tilts it in his favor. Both Denver and Tennessee have played some close games all year, but with a 2.5-point spread favoring the Titans, we have to favor the home team. Tennessee is 6-2 against the spread this season and have covered in each of the last 5 straight. That's what happens when you can run the ball effectively. Denver, meanwhile, is 3-5 against the spread this season and struggles against the run. Whether Wilson shines or not, if you can't stop Henry, you can't control the game. So the Tennessee Titans to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Each of these teams has played 8 games this season, and the under has hit in 13 of 16, including the last 4 for the Broncos and last 5 for the Titans. It is easy to understand why for Tennessee, as they run the ball hard with Derrick Henry, which inevitably slows down the pace of the game and chews up the clock with long, sustained drives. For the Broncos, it is about the ineptitude of their offense coupled with one of the top defensive units in the league. They may have come away with a win after scoring 21 points last week against the Jaguars in London, but we are talking about an offense that has averaged 15 points per game all year while allowing just under 17 per game to the opposition. There is some expectation that Denver could break out this week, as Russell Wilson showed improved efficiency last week against the Jaguars, and they are now facing a Titans secondary that has allowed 275.6 passing yards per game with 15 passing touchdowns on the season. Whether or not that plays into the narrative this week, we are still dealing with an offense that throws roughly 32 times per game. That's not a lot when comparing to the rest of the league. The 38.5 over-under is a tough number to look at, as it is the lowest we've seen for the Titans all year and the second lowest for any Broncos game. Still, the Titans play at the league's slowest pace, and with head coach Mike Vrabel looking to control the game and the clock, he'll find a way to keep Wilson and the Broncos offense at bay. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Houston Texans versus New York Giants. It's an interconference battle on the gridiron, as a team that seems to be looking ahead to 2023 takes on one that has hopes of a playoff showing in the Garden State. The Houston Texans are on the road as they travel to face the New York Giants Sunday afternoon. Houston was beaten 29-17 at home by the Eagles on Thursday Night Football back on November 3rd in their most recent matchup. They did cover the 14-point line in that contest. New York is coming off a bye week last week. They were beaten 27-13 on the road by Seattle back on October 30th in their previous contest, failing to cover as a 3-point underdog. In the all-time regular season series between the teams, the Giants have won 4 of the 5 previous matchups. That includes a 27-22 road victory in the most recent matchup back on September 23, 2018. The Texans are 5-2 against the spread in their last 7 games in November and 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 games in Week 10. The Giants are 5-12 against the spread in their last 17 games in Week 10 and 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. The under is 8-3 in Texans' last 11 road games. The under is 33-16-2 in Giants' last 51 games overall. The underdog is 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 meetings. This could be a good matchup for the Giants' offense. Houston is last in the league when it comes to stopping the run, while New York is 4th in the league in rushing offense. Barkley has done a ton of damage via the ground game this season, and that could set Jones up for some play-action passes. The Texans' game plan on defense is going to be focused on trying to contain the run, but seeing how they have surrendered 5.5 yards per carry and 12 scores on the ground this season, it's tough to have faith in them. Houston's offense has been less than stellar as Mills has seemingly regressed from his rookie season. Pierce does his part on the ground, keeping the Texans in it for a while, but in the end, the Giants make the plays to take care of business by a touchdown or more. Barkley and company should put up big numbers on the ground, and that's likely the difference in this contest. So the new New York Giants to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. We have 2 of the lowest scoring teams and least productive offenses coming together for this one. Combined, they are averaging 37 points per game. During their current 3-game losing streak, the Texans are averaging 16 points per game, nearly a point less than their season average. From a total offensive yard side, the Texans are 30th and the Giants 28th. Both passing games stink, so the bulk of yards will be gained on the ground, keeping the clock running and keeping this game below the set total. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Indianapolis Colts versus Las Vegas Raiders. The Indianapolis Colts take on the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders lead this all-time series 11-9. The Colts have won 3 of the last 5 matchups against the Raiders dating back to 2016. However, last season Las Vegas defeated Indianapolis 23-20. The Colts are 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 road games and 3-8 against the spread in their last 11 games overall. The Raiders are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 home games and 1-6 against the spread versus a team with a losing record. The under is 14-3 in Colts' last 17 games overall. The over is 11-5 in Raiders' last 16 home games. The road team is 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 meetings. The Colts fired their coach and hired Jeff Saturday that wasn't even in the building to lead the way the rest of the season. Every other coach on the staff has 0 play calling experience. The Raiders desperately need a win. They have the better quarterback by a landslide. Sam Ehlinger has done nothing but struggle since he's been named the starter. He's extremely inexperienced, as is the Colts coaching staff. I believe this will be a disastrous combination for the rest of this season, and we are going to see the Colts picking at the very top of next year's NFL draft. The Raiders roster is too good to drop this one at home. They're going to put up points on this average Colts defense, and their terrible offense will not be able to keep up. Jonathan Taylor is the only player to be extremely concerned about, and he's banged up to the max this season. The Indianapolis Colts have no offense to speak of, and they just fired their head coach to move Jeff Saturday to interim head coach. What? Outside of high school coaching, Saturday has no experience and was a sports analyst for ESPN. Now he's the head coach in the NFL. Oh, this should be fun. If the Raiders can't win and cover this number, something is seriously wrong and heads need to roll. The Raiders should and are going to blow the Colts out on Sunday. So the Las Vegas Raiders to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Colts have surpassed a 20-point mark just once so far this season. Since a 34-27 victory to Jacksonville in Week 6, Indianapolis has only scored 29 points through 3 outings. Although Las Vegas' defense is awful, I don't see the Colts scoring more than 17 points this time around. Indy leans on its stout defense, and the total has gone under in 13 of the Colts' last 14 games overall. Also, their last 8 road contests have gone under the total. The Colts will bring their best defensive game to Allegiant Stadium, as that's the only way they can upset the odds in this matchup. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.